Good morning. How are you this morning? Whew, tired. I just worked out in the yard for a minute, worked up a sweat. But I thought about you guys. I did promise you a tidbit from Yellowstone. Even though I don't condone all the cursing on that show, I do like the show. But let me tell you, it's a little hint. John Dutton is leaving Yellowstone. John Dutton is leaving Yellowstone. But it's not what you think. There's number one, top news. Number two is Beth speaks, she's from England and she's got an English accent. Did not know that. So it must be pretty hard for her to pronounce those F words a lot, huh? And then the third about Yellowstone, fans have told the producer that if Beth and Rip break up, they're no longer watching the show. So they're threatening the producer. Those are the three good news things on Yellowstone. I hope you enjoyed. But today we're going to focus on the first book I've ever written, and it is from When Heaven Meets Earth. The original name was A Bird's Eye View, and it wasn't getting much of a bird's eye view from people. But I thought I'd change it up a little bit. So look at the modern cover. It's really cute. And it's on sale on books2read.net, by the way, if you're interested. But I just want to read to you the introduction because it pretty much speaks for itself. And if you love out there
spiritual fantasy books, this is it. It's a spiritual book from the Bible, but it's my imagination, what God is saying at that moment and what Lucifer is saying at that moment. So let me read to you what the introduction says. Reading through the Bible, haven't you ever wondered about behind the scenes? Are there times when you are reading that you wonder at that moment what God may be thinking or even doing? How about Satan and the fallen angels? What are they doing at that moment? What was Satan's reaction when Moses divided the Red Sea and escaped from Pharaoh and his army? What was God's reaction when Solomon ended his life worshiping other idols of his concubines? How did Satan scheme his way into David's life? How did God strategize on building the wall? To be a fly on the wall, so to speak, like a bird's eye view, would really be interesting. This book is about that type of perspective and imagination on the whole view of when heaven meets earth. What was the purpose of the Old Testament? What was God trying to do throughout time? What was the ultimate goal? How would reading the Old Testament help me today? How does Satan fit into the whole concept? Who is God? Who is Satan? How did angels play a part in our lives? What is the whole point? Where is all this headed toward? And how am I like God? And can I really identify with Satan? What happens when heaven meets earth? It is my purpose in this book that you will feel and see how much God does love his people. I hope you will see that God can be touched and that he can relate to our needs. I also hope that by reading this book, you will feel that you know God better and that there may be times in your life that you will feel a brush of angelic feathers that will kiss your face. That you will know God is near. I hope that through this book you will know that all the creation is made of our pleasure. You will discover that he is everywhere in all aspects of our lives. I hope that you will allow God to romance you back into his arms. So sit back, get you a cup of coffee, and enjoy the ride because God is on your side.